Alright, guys. It is time for yet another episode of the Florencio Files. Up here in the top left, his next victim, representing Confed Gaming. It's definitely a real Navy SEAL. I mean, you can see, he even put a picture of himself here as his Nexus display picture. You can tell he's very intense. He's probably just done, like, 30 pull-ups in one set. Maybe 40. You can tell, there's a look of triumph on his face. He's very happy with his existence. Down here in the bottom right-hand side, in the blue, playing Terran, it's Florencio. Oh my god, Florencio is also a really excited guy, apparently. It's like the art director or something who worked on StarCraft. And then whenever you have to, like, log off, it just puts this as, like, a placeholder image whenever you have to load up, like, a replay from a previous patch. What are the chances of salt from this guy? Well, what would be really good is if he starts swearing and shit when Florencio starts doing cheesy shit. He's like, fuck you. And then Florencio's like, oh, why don't you come in? He's like, it would be good if he's like, suck a dick. And then Florencio's like, make me suck a dick. You know, Florencio always says dumb shit like that. And it'd be really good if the guy just starts spamming Navy SEAL copy pastas. He's like, I'm a fucking Navy SEAL with the, and just like starts saying random shit. There's nothing more intimidating than a random geek on the internet who's like, I work out and I can beat you up. I'm gonna call all my gang. I'm in a gang. And you're like, you know, you instantly recognize that they're like either completely insane or 13 years old. And you're like, which one is it? Which one is it? I always love that that old Day 9 story when he's like reminiscing about, I think it was in Daily 100, I think. And he's like talking about how like him and Tasteless are going to this land and they like go to pick up, they've got to drive like 3 states to go to this Brood War land or something. And they go to pick up their friend from online, is this like kind of weird kid, but they, you know, he's like a 25-year-old who like has a car and a house and is always telling them about all his sick shit. They go to like pick him up and like it's a 9-year-old kid who's just like, hey guys, so we're going? And they're like, what? You told us you were 25. And this little kid's mom is like, who the fuck are these like teenagers who are coming to, you're talking to my kid in their car? And they're like, yeah, we can't take you to another state, kid. I feel like it's just the most internet experience ever. So I like, you know, people who used to just go on those chat rooms and do all like the kinky chat meetups and shit. I'm like, man, you don't know who you're talking to. Like, I feel like chat roulette was the moment where we all realized who was on the other side of those conversations, you know? Does anyone here remember chat roulette? I never went on chat roulette early, so I'm sure early at some point it was a cool thing. Basically, you would go on, have your webcam, and you would click like, you know, roulette, and it would just match you with a random other person, and you'd both just have a chat over your webcams. And what was so fantastic is it very quickly, basically, by the time I got to it, it was just dudes with their dicks out. Like, that was it. The whole thing was just dudes with their... So, you'd click the roulette and it would just go to some dude with his junk in his hand. He's like, hey, what's up? Do you want to both fap to each other or something? You'd be like, what? So I remember my friend, she used to, that I used to live with, she'd go into my, like if I'd go to the toilet from my room, she'd go into my room and she'd join me, open chat roulette and join me to like a random conversation. So I'd walk back into my room and there'd be some dude who's like, hey baby. And I'm like, what? And there's like this fucking really overweight, hairy dude lying down like on his bed with the webcam set up in front of his bed. Lucky it was only from the waist up, but I'll never forget this. And I was like, what the fuck is this on my computer? And this guy is just talking to me through my speakers. And I'm like, trying to close this shit. Yeah, that's like I think that's the moment where we realized that like all those hot girls you were having, you know, your web chats with, they were all overweight, hairy dudes. And there's nothing wrong with being an overweight, hairy dude. I just felt like there was people were a bit hopeful that the reality was what they were imagining in their mind, and they realized it really wasn't. It really was not. Random tangents aside, Flo here, this seems to be his standard TVP now, right? Get off a bunker with a marine or two in it, proxy a command center, get an engineering bay, go fusion core into BC while getting a planetary up. But I also like he builds a few SCVs here, gets building armor. Yeah, this is his build, man. This is actually like an organized build order. This is amazing. Flo at his best. Did it take it a moment to realize it wasn't a video but live? I mean, there was just something about the guy was like clearly like looking at me, and you immediately knew it was a live chat. It was great. Proxy VC says, sorry you had to see me like that. No worries. Did you guys actually know as well? You know, chat roulette was actually where they revolutionized penis recognition software. So they tried to clean chat roulette up. They were like, guys, you're not meant to have your dick out on this thing. It's against the terms. People kept creating new accounts. So that was the first website. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard it was the first website. They actually got penis recognition software so it could recognize what a dick looked like automatically. So it was kind of checking everyone's webcams, and then you'd automatically get banned because they couldn't keep up with banning people. So they tried to, you know, make the site clean again and have less dicks. And I just thought that was the funniest thing. I guess like news articles are like, we've developed penis recognition software. It's helping us auto ban the dudes who keep fapping to random people on our website, you know? So that's my favorite thing about old internet. Was great. I remember there was, you know, it's actually messed up though. At the time we thought it was hilarious. There was one guy in my high school who actually just he pretended to be a very attractive girl, used some images, and what's it called where it's fish what do you call it when you pretend to be a hot person and you try to get the person a catfish? So he catfished this guy, and it was weird because it was a very kind of quiet, nerdier guy who went through this whole thing. And basically, yeah, this dude thought he was like chatting to this really hot girl, and you know, she'd send him all these pics and stuff, and then she encouraged him to send some pics back, and he sent a whole lot of pictures, and then he touched himself on the camera to another dude from his school who he thought was an attractive girl he'd been getting to know for several weeks, and yeah, and then this guy went and emailed it to like everyone at our school and like the neighboring schools. And yeah, then I remember one kid thought it was so funny, he went and printed off like 100 copies in the library and spread them. So there's pictures of this dude's dick all around the school. In hindsight, I'm like, this is the most fucked up thing ever. But like, as a teenager, you don't have a soul, I think. And as like a child in general, you don't have a lot of empathy. By the way, that's a solid 10 SCVs. Because the building armor upgrade, you get double the space in there. Oh no, he's clicked on the cyber core. He's not fighting. He's not fighting. Oh! He really wants to build a planetary in there, guys. But he's realizing it's not going to work. So he's going to repair the beast. He's going to wait. He's going to bide his time. This is amazing. This is so good. So good, man. Alright, that prism, the stalker's coming. Oh, he might be able to. He picks him up. He's going to go land at the main again. Go land at the main. Go land at the main. Command center. The stalkers are on the wrong side. Navy SEALs on the wrong side. No! Yeah, it's what I find so funny about that story is this was like the beginning of internet bullying, and it was so new at the time. We thought it was really funny, and it was like the most fucked up thing ever. So yeah, I think people these days are a little bit smarter about how they use the internet, but oh, that PC's going down. This command center, is he literally just using this to repair? He's not even planning to make a planetary. He saved that on 10 hit points. He's literally just using this to drop workers in the main. This is just a medivac. That's a medivac. No. That's a medivac. This is the best medivac I've ever seen. Oh my god, Florencio's creative interpretation of what a medivac is. Oh, I thought he was about to be broken, and then I saw these widow mines, and oh my god, everything survives. The BC's up in the main. He's still trying to kill the cybercore. He really wants to get rid of the stalker tech. Navy SEALs engaging the planetary, but the SCVs are repairing. Oh my god, the cybercore's gone. He hasn't rebuilt it. He hasn't rebuilt the cybercore. He can't build anything that shoots up. And he hides the SCVs when they get focus fired. The BC's in the main. Navy SEAL's got 2,500 minerals, but is freaking the fuck out right now. Microing units. Oh, the planetary's going down. I don't know if that planetary's gonna get up. We've got stalkers on the way back up here. Mules being dropped. Oh, flow, 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 flow. He's gonna try and repair this up. Remember, it's got building armor, guys. The BC here, all it needs to do is buy time. He can just dance this around anytime the stalkers aren't attacking the planetary. The planetary's past 50%. Florencio trying so hard to get a gigantic erection right now. He's like, think sexy thoughts, think sexy thoughts. It's slowly, he's getting a little bit of firmness. Is he gonna get it up? Is he gonna get it up in time? It's urgent right now. The Protoss is knocking on the door. He's gotta get his business done now. +2 armor kicks in. The planetary fortress is achieved. And even though it's the slowest erection of all time, Wingman Battlecruiser comes back in, starts blasting these. The Cybercore is finally finished. We've got more Stalkers coming in, but a ton of Protoss units go down. He even takes out the pylon with the splash damage. Florencio with the sickest rush of all time. This is incredible. Navy SEAL's panicking hard. If he can just spend his money, he is fine. Navy SEAL can just drop 3 Nexi, build 100 Stalkers, build more gateways. He's making Zealots right now. I don't know if that's what you should be making. He wants to go Zealot drop, make more Stalkers. PC, man. It's up to 12 Stalker kills. Those are not, these aren't probe kills. Those are Stalker kills, man. Those are expensive. We really need to see more He's gonna micro a Zealot drop. You gotta stop. No, you gotta spend your money, Navy SEAL. Navy SEAL. No! No! He's gonna lose it! Oh, decides to queue up 1 probe. Oh no, is Navy SEAL not using control group? What's going on? What are you doing, bud? What? Oh, we got to go into Navy SEAL's camera. The brain has been broken, guys. When someone tries to SCV drop your main base out of a command center to repair a battle cruiser, that shit, it sends your head through a loop. Finally, some more Stalkers warp in, but you can see this. He's trying to, look at this. He's scrolling around madly. He's trying to calculate what's going on. Finally, the battlecruiser's like, nope. He's looking around. He doesn't realize that BC teleported on his 3rd base. Okay, he looks down here now. He sees it. Oh, Navy SEAL. The BC's being way too aggressive, by the way. Those are Blink Stalkers. I think maybe he can hide in the corner there. Just barely out of range. Stalkers are trying to take him out. Does Florencio know how to hold position? I'm not sure. I think so. He's still just scrolling around, not spending his money, not making units.
Mineral field depleted.
And he's spreading observers around the map. He's staring at his Stalkers again. Another BC just blinked at his main. Oh my god, his brain is so broken. You know he's upset. You can tell. Because if he just was like, oh yeah, this is a proper strategy, let's respect it, he'd just calmly be spending his money. But you know right now, he senses that he's being trolled. He can sense that there's like the laughter, the faint laughter of Florencio in his ears. It's like, you know, he can kind of see, overlaid on his vision, just the faint outline of a shit-eating grin with Florencio's Nexus hat and him just like, talking to his chat while he's doing this. Like, Navy SEAL's like, he's trying to go for a Zealot drop again. I love watching from his, okay, he's gonna build pylons. Still hasn't moved any workers down here or taken any more Nexus. Keeps staring at that base. Like, he just cannot stop himself from staring at that base repeatedly. Oh man, he's gonna get Zealot drop. Let's see, can this one pull it off? Can he pull off the Zealot drop? Let's go, Zealot drop in the mineral line. Finally gonna do some damage here. Friendly fire from the tank will actually kill even more SCVs, but unfortunately, back at home. Oh, his Stalkers are in position. Takes out a BC. BC gets killed. Oh man, he's clicking on the fusion core. He's gonna take out the fusion core. Florencio is actually in trouble right now, guys. A BC gonna have to teleport home. He's gonna have to rebuild that. Widow Mine here. Splash damage hits it, and good focus fire. Prism does go down. Zealots will clean some stuff up, but remember, Flo does have that other expansion. Widow Mine's here. Gonna be the saving grace once again. That bunker just never goes down. And the BC ever so slowly cleaning this up. We've got drilling claws, we do. So those Widow Mines about to enter the field, and of course we've seen a big problem unit for Florencio's opponents. They struggle to deal with those invisible units all over the shop. Flo going to be able to go back to mining now. We've got a lot of Stalkers coming up. Not the best unit for killing a planetary, but you can tell that Navy SEAL really wants to shut down this base. He's been staring at it all game long. He keeps panning up there with his camera. Stalkers are a very bad unit for killing a planetary, but I think he's got the numbers. First Stalker falls down. No, oh man, even one Stalker's not dying. He's trying to click on the SCVs, but Flo's popping them in and out to protect them. Pops them in. Pops him out. We gotta repair, Where's the repair? He's gotta pop him out. He's gotta repair. Starts repairing again, man. A lot of Stalkers are going down. This planetary fortress has 14 Stalker kills, guys. Oh my god, this is one of the most inefficient destructions of a planet. Is he not gonna get it? If Florencio keeps this planetary alive, this is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. No. 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 Click on it. Oh my god. He barely gets it. He trades about 30 Stalkers. It was at least 20 Stalkers, right? There's got to be at least 16, 17, 18 Stalkers just to get that. Oh my god, and he's somehow spent the bank. Navy SEALs had so much bank for so long, but he hasn't transitioned workers to his third. His mining is drained out. His main's empty. His natural's mostly empty. He's got 30 probes on his natural. He's got a bunch of probes sitting there doing nothing. And he just keeps running stalkers into planetaries. No, stop attacking. Just build some nexus. You can't lose this game. You're so far ahead, Navy SEAL. Build a nexus. It's like, I'm being trolled. He's still got so many workers there, but he hasn't moved them yet. Oh no, Navy SEAL, you gotta just take a deep breath and build some fucking expansions, mate. These are the actions of a broken man, says Arjun. I couldn't have said it better. I think that just describes what's happening. Like, you know, even when Florencio's like down 30-40% supply, one quarter of the workers, psychologically, he is unbreakable, man. He's like, yeah. He's unbreakable, and his opponents, I mean, we get to see the tender shape of their willpower. Oh, no. Where's the teleport? Barely saves the second one. These stalkers are trying to engage a planetary for God knows why. I mean, the economy's still so good for Navy SEAL. He's just got to actually put the workers on the gases and on the new bases and just drop some Nexi. He's trying to warp Zealots. Your opponent's pinned on 2 base. You're on 4. I don't know if this is necessary, man. The Widow Mines will love this trade. They don't mind at all. 1 tank for like 12 Zealots. That's a good trade for Florencio. He's happy to take that trade, man. Navy SEALs blinking stalkers in the front. Man, I've never seen a Protoss who is just so constantly aroused and unable to contain himself. He literally has a monumental stalker erection in this game. Nice blink. That was cool. Okay, that was a cool move. Bonus. That was a Navy SEAL move. I'll pay that. That was if there's a Navy SEAL in StarCraft, that's what they would do. He's gonna try and do it again. That one was not a Navy SEAL move. I take it back. All respect he's earned. He's just given up. Flo. Oh, they changed targets. Still hasn't transitioned the workers onto gases or transferred the probes onto the 4th. Still has no gas mining in the main, but transfers every probe. I mean, can we please see an Archon archives, Templar archives, please? Get 3K gas. He's gonna aim you some Zealots across. Oh no, Navy SEAL. How could you? You can't. It hurts me, guys. You can't throw a game from it. Why are we going Stargates? Nah. Okay, the Widowmine's like, yes, we will take free kills. Thank you. So it's like, BC's like, all right, pulling you up. What are these Zealots hoping to achieve? How does Florencio break his opponent's brains? I want this superpower, guys. I want that magic Florencio special sauce. I want my opponents to be in such an advantage for such a long time and to be unable to find that. Look, he's just made another 2 rounds of stalkers and he's just gonna go again. Oh, Navy SEAL. Stop! He's gonna try and hunt down these Widow Mines. Okay, so they're gonna burrow. We blinked on top of Widow Mines. There's a reason we don't do that. I just found out. Oh my God. So much money banking up again. Navy SEAL here. Mass. Are we gonna blink? It's blink on it. Please blink on it. Please blink on it. Please blink on it. How? No. No! It was the only thing we were watching! How? Where are the observers? They're all over the map. None are there, and none are being built, and none are being pulled there. Ah! Oh, my double forge is going down because he wants to build cannons and get upgrades. Oh my God, another B. This BC's been doing so much this game, man. He's like, nah, I'll just blink there. Look at this bait. And you bait? No, okay. Oh, Navy SEAL's like taking his, you gotta get out of there, Flo. All right, Navy SEAL's got you this time, man. He's gonna be like, oh wait, there's no Widow Mines anymore. Okay. Flo finally loses a BC and gets, no. How the, can't believe that got out. deserves to be dead like 10 times over at this point. Oh, this is such a shit show, dude. Why isn't red spending his damn resources? That's what we've been trying to figure out for this entire game, Angry Hippie. And as I've told you, Florencio has a special, unique ability to break somebody's brain. I've told you guys before, when your opponent's doing weird shit, take like 7 bases, build 100 probes, there's nothing that can go wrong. You can take so many of these mistakes and still win the game. But his opponent's going triple Stargate carrier, but double forge ground upgrade. So he's going mothership carrier, but he's not building any economy, and he's trying to micro stalkers. So what we have here is a classic case of trying to be beyond, right? This Protoss player has been doing the occasional amazing micro move all game long, mixed in with not a lot of spending or macro, right? So we're seeing a player here who is more focused on pulling out cool moves and kind of teabagging their opponent with blink stalkers than spending their money. Florencio, on the other hand, this is shit. This is his bread and butter. This is what he thrives on, man. A player who's like trying to like micro some units around. They're like, I finally killed a planetary. And Florencio's like, I have 2 more in opposite corners of the map. You think I'm on 1 base? I'm on 4 bases. Like, Flo's actually got up to 4 bases right now, dudes. These stalkers are running around like they're going to achieve anything. Once again, he's flying a prism into the main. We've seen how well that's gone for him this game. Oh man, he's on 50 pros. He's trying to build carriers, but he's not building any more economy. And if you think about it, we can go to his camera again. It's like he's building carriers, he's chronoing them, but he's frozen up. He's panicked. He's thrown into a weird game. He's never played against this many planetaries. It's confusing. It hurts. You go, I don't know what to do here. Normally my opponents play normal games and our armies clash in the middle of the map, and that's how StarCraft goes. Then you play Florencio and he doesn't look to secure any of the normal advantages you're used to looking for. What? Is he gonna he's gonna try and do this? See, what is this micro right here? It's like, I'll stutter step. It's like the planetary's shooting you the whole time, man. Oh no. Uh-oh. He dodges some of them. What are we achieving right now? I don't understand. Oh man, a BC's there, he blinks away, a few Widow Mines fly. Like, why are we just blinking stalkers around? I don't know, man. He's made no air upgrades either, so, I mean, this is gonna be tough. It's always the one BC goes in, pulls the units out of position, blinks to the opposite base. Another BC is gonna hit it. Oh man, a Navy SEAL hasn't built that economy. It's only 50 probes, guys, even though there's bank. Just not spending the money. Oh no! Ah! Ah! The mothership's gonna come and try and cloak the babies. Does save a few of them. Carriers are gonna take that out, but Widow Mines. Oh no! Oh no 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 no! Uh-oh, Mummy's in trouble. Takes out 2 observers. Were they the only observers? I think they might have been the only observers on this side of the map. Uh-oh. Yeah, you gotta be careful with those interceptors, buddy. Oh my god. Once again, we see another Protoss player with a lot of respect for fireworks. Remember, guys, if your friend sets off a firework, you've got to run over and pick it up and throw it before it goes off. It's a good way to lose your hand, or your stalkers, or your carriers, depending on which way we want to do it. Have we got more no observers on the way? So there's no answer to these Widow Mines. We're just kind of running our army across the map. So I just feel like we've seen a bit too much, you know, arousal. I feel like if this may actually be Red Eye. This may actually be Red Eye StarCraft account we just found, Navy SEAL. You know, like talking like Home Story Cup in Control's version of Red Eye at the very least. Maybe not the real Red Eye, but the one who gets a little bit excited when he's got his stalkers and his carriers and his mothership running around, man. These stalkers here, we've got Widow Mines denying bases. I mean, they're picking off some units, but the thing is, these units will get taken down. We got 3 Thors on the way. This Widow Mine doing a great job from up there, but isn't going to really provide much detection on those. Actually, it's got so much detection range. I didn't even realize. The planetary is not falling right now. Thors are swapping a single fire mode. I actually would have liked to see them stay on splash damage mode. There's no repair going down right now. Repair finally coming down. Those 5 armor. Planetary just does not take down. He's not. You got to click on the Thors. You got to click on the Thors, buddy. Does end up changing targets, but he's lost most of his interceptors. There's not that many left. The mothership's going to fall here. Those Widow Mines are about to recharge. The mothership goes down. The carriers have taken a fair bit of damage. We see, yeah, Florencio shift-clicking them. A lot of interceptors going down. There's not a lot left. And Widow Mines here, unable to get in, though. There's still some mining. That's the last mining right there. But 2,400 minerals is enough to rebuild a shit ton of interceptors. I thought they all just died for a second. It turns out, no, did just recall those. It's going to try and rebuild the probe economy. Is Navy SEAL. And no! Oh, damn! The Widow Mines just run in. And that is some of the last little bits of Navy SEAL's economy. These two Widow Mines, I think, are barely out of cannon range. No, they're barely in cannon range. They will get cleaned up. At the same time, another one here. Navy SEAL's economy is weak. It's soft. It's fragile. And another run by getting huge damage. I think Florencio is he's definitely achieved mental superiority at this point in the game. I mean, he's in full mount at this point. Navy SEAL's squirming around, screeching, but I feel like he just needs to like get back to basics, you know? Get back to basics. You got to go back. Just come on. Let's just build some probes, build some nexus, spend the bank. I still think there's a way back into this game. Your opponent doesn't really have a scary army. You've just got to hold down that probe key. And why are we building a mothership? It doesn't do anything. I mean, Flo mostly has planetary, so he doesn't have a lot of detection, so I guess it's kind of annoying. But like, I mean, if he has any scans already, it's just like, it doesn't really do much except float around. It's like the mascot of the Protoss army, the mothership. Like, it's really good if you're maxed out on everything else, but when you're starved for resources and you desperately need to rebuild your probes, spending 400 minerals and 400 gas on that probably seems like the last thing you should be doing. I wouldn't mind Mass Archon once again. Would be an amazing transition here from Navy SEAL, but Florencio is just hanging on, and are we going to see Zealots just headbutting into a planetary again? The wall's down. It's the same two Marines from the early game. You're kidding me. This bunker just never dies. Unless he lets it burn down. That bunker has survived like 14 Zealot attacks, and oh my god, he's going to let it burn. He's distracted. The Zealots... Okay, these Zealots actually find a bit of damage, but he's got to hold down that probe key. Navy SEAL needs to be chronoing probes for like 4 minutes straight, but it's taking way too long to rebuild the economy. Even with 6 carriers right now, oh man, I mean, the Widow Mines are so dangerous. If you can let the Zealots absorb the Widow Mine shots and drag them into the Thors, then I think you can do this. But you've got to be real careful. Or maybe just get one carrier to engage, set off the Widow Mines, and then go with the rest. You do not want to clump all your shit up in A move. You do not want to clump all your shit up in A move! Oh, brutal shots take out the Zealots. There's still enough Widow Mines left to take out a lot of these interceptors, and a big couple of them do go down. Oh, the single fire Thors focus firing. One of them's on Javelin missile launches, which is a big shame. They want to be on that high impact payload. Florencio does end up changing it in the midst of it, both sides with no upgrades on these units. It looks like at the end of the day, the carriers will stand triumphant, but only barely. And a BC over there took out a bunch of probes in the midst of that. And these Widow Mines, they're about to recharge. The carriers barely fall back in time. This one Marine is like, come and get me. And oh, once again, getting drawn back into the clump of interceptors. Flo's got this base. He's got to reland that. He's got to get a bit of economy back up. This base still looking mighty fresh. More Thors on the way. Got a few pervy boys all over. We're going to see a command center there. I think Flo's forgotten about that one. And man, this game started with the sickest build, by the way. I still can't get over that command center medivac that was dropping SCVs to repair both itself and the battle cruisers. That was a 10 SCV planetary fortress rush. Beautiful, beautiful play here. And at this point, we see Navy SEAL has realized the Templar Archives is the way to spend that bank. We've got a Templar Archives on the way. It's about to finish. Got enough money for about 10 Archons in the bank. Archons cost almost next to no minerals. Just cost a lot of gas. That base way oversaturated. That one a little undersaturated. Navy SEAL could really use a 5th base right now. Zealots coming down to the south side. But this is minerals you can't be affording right now as Navy SEAL. You need... I mean, if he'd taken 2 or 3 more Nexi in the midst of this, I'd be all for it, but... Oh, God. I feel like these Zealots just... Okay, spots the blurs on the ground, saw those Widow Mine shadows, and pulls back. I feel like these Zealots have just been really good at finding the Widow Mines and going straight to them. It's the red laser dot for the kittens, man. Oh, Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, by the way. I was thinking, isn't there something else fancy going on? Whenever Florencio loads into the command center, because the SCVs are on auto repair, they repair each other inside the command center, for those who don't know. So when he was popping in and out of the command center earlier in this game, whenever he's done that, because these SCVs are on auto repair, they actually repair each other to full hit points. He unloads them, repairs the planetary. They start getting focused down. They start taking damage, pops them back in, and repairs them. Sickest move ever. I actually totally forgot. I'm going to go back and show you guys that at the end of this. It's actually the sickest. I was like, isn't there some other cool detail here that's happening that I've forgotten about? Flo's in chat. He let me know. Much love, man. Dude, it's insane. It's actually so cool. Yeah, I saw Ketrock did a little video explaining that as well, which was really funny. It works in medivacs as well. They'll repair any other unit. So you could put a tank and 4 SCVs in a medevac, and then they'll repair the tank whenever it's damaged. Cucked. And it's like, Navy SEAL's like, what? Did you guys just hear something? Sounded like somebody just said cucked. That was weird. Where did that come from? I don't know, man. No idea, buddy. Seems normal. Where'd the probe go? Weren't we meant to have a nexus building up here? Nah, I guess not. Okay, so we're going mass storm, which, I mean, storm wrecks widow mines, but these ones need to be archons. You don't need 18 high Templar with storm Navy SEAL. You know, storm damage doesn't stack on top of each other. You can't put like 8 storms on top of each other. It'll still do the damage of 1 storm. Okay, we've got confirmation. Navy SEAL does not know that. Loses the observer. You're kidding me. Cucked just before it dies. The last parting words of a legendary widow mine there. Another probe finally gonna go up and take that nexus. Take like 2 more nexus, please.
My man.
I feel like so many players just never shift up into gears where they just build 3 nexi. It's such a good habit if you've got money floating. Hellions get a lot of damage done there. I mean, these places are free. Just go take nexi, you know, stop building random pylons and assimilators right now. It's like, we just need those. Archons would be so good right now, man. Archons can tank a ton of damage from Thors, BCs, whatever. Ravens are here, by the way, to help detect against the mothership. They can also throw down anti-armor missiles, which isn't really going to do anything. So mostly just auto turrets and detection. 5 Widow Mines and a Raven on the way. More High Templar on the way. I mean, do you actually think you're going to use 18 High Templar effectively? I want to see Navy SEAL A-move this fight, accidentally have the mothership selected, and not be able to, and not know how to tab, and just be like, why isn't Storm working? And just cast no storms. I want to see Navy SEAL engage, lose every High Templar without a single storm going down. I feel like it would be the cherry on top of the pile of shit that is this amazing game. Couple storms go down, all right. Wait for the big fight though, guys. That's where the storms are really important. Flo's gonna go for a counterattack. He says, okay, all right, hiding the SCVs for now. Is he gonna try to repair? I don't think so. He's too busy microing the other side of the map, going across. Those SCVs, do they pop out when it dies? Surely they do. We'll go back there just in time to catch that. High Templar and Zealots going down on this side of the map. Let's go back. The SCVs should pop out onto the ground. Indeed they do, but they are getting absolutely blitzed. Nice recall coming in here. Which base though? Here it is. All right, they're coming up from that base. Zealots here. Thors, Widow Mines, and a couple Ravens. Remember, no upgrades on either side. Both of these players, absolute top tier pro gamers here with the highest tier armies in the game. Look at this row of Widow Mines. Oh my God. Interference Matrix shuts down the cloaking field and one of the carriers, and another one. Cuck Matrix. Florencio takes a hot steaming dump on his opponent's face, and the High Templar managed to land a grand total of 4-star storms before their number goes down from 18 to 3. Another storm does go down, does a little bit of damage, but they've all died before the Widow Mines move forward, which is what they're there to counter. No feedbacks on the Ravens, no storms on the Widow Mines. That's what we call a delicious shit show, and that is what a sewer mermaid eats for dinner. Thank you very much, Florencio. That was absolutely legendary. We're gonna go back in this replay. 94 probes killed against 52 SCVs. We're gonna go back to the start here, because this was just the best thing ever. So I guess it was even earlier than that. Oh no, it was later than this. Yeah. It's like seven minutes then, I guess, is when we. Yeah. So we're going to show you guys those SCVs on auto repair. So as long as they're on auto repair, they will repair inside medevacs, inside command centers. So this was actually just the coolest. Sets up here, Liberator and BC, bait the Zealot Stalker in. And he's thinking about going, I think he should have just gone in and already been making it, to be honest. But, I mean, a really cool little engage. Unfortunately, the BC does go down. Oh, wait, it barely escapes. And I think he's going to put those SCVs on auto repair now. Oh, he doesn't have them on auto repair. Oh, Flo forgot to put them on auto repair this early, I think. Should put them on it soon. Oh, he's forgotten to. So this yellow hit point SCV is still there. I'm sure we'll see it. I'm sure we'll see it, at least when that one's going down. But, let's see what he remembers. They're still not on auto repair, unfortunately. He says, I'm still learning it. This is the start of my build. Those SCVs aren't, they're not using it yet. Oh, yes, he actually forgot to use it in this game at the start. I think he uses it later on. During one of these holds, no doubt he'll use it later on. Let's see. For those who don't know, Alt plus the repair hotkey is what actually toggles your thing on and off auto repair. How good was this Stalker engage up here, by the way? We want to. I really want to count how many Stalkers it took. And I think what made it so funny is we watched like about this 2-minute portion from Navy SEAL's camera. And Navy SEAL was floating like 2K. Complete control of the game, but you could see the camera kept panning to this. Went back, pan to the planetary. Went away, pan to the planetary. You could tell it just made him uncomfortable that there was a base there. And then we see this engagement here. So this was 21 Stalkers against a planetary fortress and a bunch of repair boys. Let's see how many Stalkers are alive at the end of this, shall we? He still didn't, he didn't put him on auto repair. That's such a shame, man. I reckon he would have kept the planetary alive if he put him on auto repair. So it's 21 Stalkers. And at the end of it, that's 9. Jesus. 12 Stalkers for a planetary. Guys, that is so expensive. Oh my god, this was disgusting. Beautiful and amazing. Florencio, thank you very much. That's so sick. That's so cool. GGG.